Hi guys. In this video lecture, we are going to study the skills in verifying manpower inventory, tools, methods, and techniques of human resource planning, and also HR demand and supply forecasting. So, let's start with the video. So the first one is the skills in verifying manpower inventory. So inventory is a term which is normally used to counting of tangible goods like raw material, finished goods, semi-finished goods, etc. So in the same way, inventory of human resource are also prepared by human resource manager. For this, human resource manager generally collect the skill inventory informations. So these informations are generally the employees personal data, skills and education of employees, his job experiences and training, special achievements of employees, salary and job history of employees, that is the past salary or job history of employees, as well as the present salary and job history of employees, as well as potentials of the employees. So the next we are going to study, that is tools, methods and techniques of human resource planning. So the first technique is the forecasting technique, second is the quantitative tools, and third one is the qualitative tools. So the forecasting techniques are classified under two categories. First one is the demand forecasting and the second one is the supply forecasting. So uh, first we will study demand forecasting. So HR demand forecasting, a proper forecast of the manpower required in the future must be attempted. So for this, the following forecasting methods are used. First one is an employment trend, second one is the replacement need, third one productivity, fourth one growth and expansion, fifth one is absenteeism, and sixth one is the work study technique. So let us see all of this one by one. So the first method is a employment trend. So employment trend is basically a technique which is used to determine whether the particular group of employees, that is either it is a top level executive, middle level managers, or a supervisors, or lower level laborers, whether they are stable or unstable, or whether it has been expanding or contracting. Next technique is the replacement need. So the replacement in the organization generally arises because of the death, retirement, resignation, and termination of employees in the organization. For the fulfillment of these vacancies, HR manager generally hires the new personnels in the place of these employees. Next, third one is the productivity. So the productivity means increase in the production of output, or increase in the output of organization. So ultimately, gain in productivity will lead to the increase in the growth potentials of the organization. So in this way, the manpower, the wages of employees are increases. So which will ultimately influence the requirement of manpower. Means that there is an increase in the recruitment of employees. Next is the uh, growth and expansion. So the expansion plan of the various plant and divisions should be carefully reviewed to assess their probable effect of number of employees required in each group. Next is absenteeism. So absenteeism basically means that a situation when a person fails to come for a work when it is scheduled to work. So rate of absenteeism can be given by this formula, that absenteeism is equal to man days lost divided by the man days worked plus man days lost. Next technique is the work study. So when it is possible to apply the work measurement, that is how long the operation may last and also the amount of labor required, then the work study technique is used in the organization. So this is also known as the workload analysis technique. So next is the HR supply forecasting techniques. So there are the two sources of supply of manpower. First one is the internal sources of supply of manpower. Second one is the external sources of supply of manpower. But the internal sources of supply of manpower is most important while we are determining the manpower planning in the organization. Under this, the two techniques are utilized. First one is the human resource audit, and the second one is the replacement chart. So for in the human resource audit, two things are prepared. First one is the human resource audit of executive personnels, and the second one is the human resource audit of non managerial employees. So when a HR manager prepares the human resource audit of executive personnel, so it may lead to the creation of management inventories. And when the HR manager will try to collect the information or HR audit related to the non-managerial employees, so this will lead to the preparation of skill inventories. So the next technique used under the HR supply forecasting is the replacement chart. So replacement chart means listing the each key positions and indicating time when it is likely to be vacated. So they also list the most likely candidate who are working in the organization and suitable to fill the vacancies, and also the time when they should already they would be ready for the promotion, so that the vacant positions are can be fulfilled by these employees. So next we are going to study the quantitative aspects of human resource planning. So the quantitative aspects of the human resource planning is further classified into the two categories. First one is the demand forecasting, second one is the supply forecasting. So the first technique under the demand forecasting is the managerial judgment, second is the work study technique, third one is the statistical technique. So under supply forecasting, the techniques are Markov analysis, simulation technique, renewal analysis, and goal programming. So let us see all of these techniques one by one. So the first is the demand forecasting techniques. So under this, first one is the managerial judgment. So the most typical method of forecasting, which is this is the one of the most typical method of forecasting, which is used by the small which is used by the small companies. Which is used by the small companies. So under this, the first technique is the bottom up approach. So bottom up approach generally performed by the line managers. So line managers generally sit together and then find out that how many number of employees they are needed in the future time, and they will submit this proposal to the top management for the approval. Next is the top down approach. So in top down approach, generally the higher level executives like CEO or a general managers will prepare a list of employees they generally required in future time period. Next is the managerial estimation. So under this method, the managers or the supervisors who are well acquainted with the workload, efficiency, and ability of employees think about their future workload, future capabilities of employees, and decide the number of employee and type of human resource required for their organization. Next technique is the Delphi technique. So Delphi technique is a survey method technique. In this, the experts who have the knowledge of human resource planning sit together and then forecast the statement and underlying assumptions of the others, and then prepare a list of employees they require in the future. Next is the work study technique. So the work study technique is a technique which is possible to apply when the work measurement, that is know how long the operation should take and the amount of the labor required are known. So under this, the first technique is the workload analysis. So in workload analysis, the manpower planning experts need to find out sales forecast, work schedule, and thus determine the manpower required per unit of product. And the second technique is the workforce analysis. So assuming that all other factors are favorable, it is almost certain that all the workers will be available for all working days, but because of the absenteeism and labor turnover, most of the workers may remain absent. So this technique is also used to find out the demand forecasting of human resource in the organization. Next technique is the statistical technique. So the aerial techniques will provide only the rough information of the number of employees, but when HR manager will try to find out the exact number of human resource required in the organization, then he will utilize the statistical technique for the calculation of demand forecasting. So under this, the first one is the ratio and trend analysis. So under this method, the ratio of generally the past and the present day data are calculated, that is ratio is calculated. So on the basis of that, the future requirements can be estimated. Next is the econometric model. So the econometric model of manpower planning is necessary to analyze the past historical data so that it will describe the relationship between the number of variables in the mathematical formula. Next, the last one is the regression analysis. So this technique is generally used to estimate the manpower if the requirement of an organization at the future point of a time based upon the such other factors such as the sales, output, services, etc. are known. Next is supply forecasting. So for the supply forecasting, four methods are utilized. Under this, the first one is the Markov first method is the Markov analysis. So Markov analysis is a method which generally uses the historical information for calculation. In this, the generally data are collected and reviewed for a number of years so that they can estimate the need of an HR. So this historical data are presented by probabilities, and these probabilities are then arranged in a transition matrix so that the future personal flows are estimated on the basis of this matrix. Next technique is the simulation. So it considered alternative flows which are examined for the effect of future manpower supplies. Alternative flow reflect the anticipated results of policies and program changes concerning voluntary and involuntary turnover, retirement, promotions, etc. So the next technique under the supply forecasting is the renewal analysis. So this technique estimates the future flow. This technique estimates the future flow and supply of manpower by calculating two things. First one is the vacancies which are created by the organization, and second one is the result of decision rules governing the filling of vacancies. Basically, the HR policies are reviewed before making the renewal analysis. Next, the last one is the goal programming. So, goal programming is the operation research technique under which the planner will tend to optimize the goal. In this case, the goal to be optimized is the desired staffing pattern subject to the set of constraints concerning such these factors. Last one is the qualitative Last one is the qualitative aspect of the human resource planning. Thus, the phenomena of determining the nature of the job together with the minimum acceptable qualities on the part of a personnel required. So, the adequate information of job is required, which is termed as the job analysis. So, the job analysis is defined by Edwin B. Filippo. He said that job analysis is the process of studying and collecting the informations relating to the operations and responsibilities of specific job. So, on the basis of job analysis, two statements are prepared. The first one is a job description, and second one is the job specification. So, job description is a statement which contains all the details about the contents of the job, and job specification means the reveals the physical, educational, and other qualities as well as the experiences required by an individual to perform the particular job satisfactorily. So in this way, our topic, the tools and techniques and methods of human resource planning is completed. So thank you very much for listening it very patiently.